Aloha and bienvenidos, everybody. This is Maria Lupita Gurule. And tonight I want to talk about a super important technique that we can use to help bring ourselves present when we're feeling anxious or when we're starting to feel a little bit of anxiety, or even just to practice on a daily basis to bring ourselves into the moment. So, this is a perfect opportunity to explain why do I use the word aloha? So, if you've been following my videos, I explained that in the year 2015 and 2016, but primarily 2015, I had a life changing experience on the island of Hawaii. I talk about this incredible experience where it just seemed like nature rose up to meet and show me some incredible things. I got to witness this with my tia Margarita while I stayed with my cousin on the island. It was one of the most miraculous experiences I've ever had. It taught me a lot. Our indigenous cultures around the planet have it right. They are in tune with the spirit of nature that is quite incredible. And so I use the word aloha because I learned that from my experience from the islands of Hawaii. And the word aloha literally translates into presence of breath. Isn't that incredible? Presence of breath. And similarly to the expression and the greeting, namaste. Namaste means the light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Another beautiful greeting. It takes a moment so that we tune into ourselves, connect with ourselves, recognize the light within ourselves, and then extend that to another and then honor and recognize them. What a beautiful expression. Namaste. The light within me honors the light within you. Similarly, aloha means that same spirit, the spirit of goodness, the spirit of kindness, the spirit of honoring, the spirit of life and life force. It is a hello and a welcome, as well as a greeting, an expression of hello and goodbye, because it expresses great honor and recognition within the other being. But its literal translation means presence of breath. The other expression that I learned from the island of Hawaii is when they consider outsiders a haole. A haole is a person that literally has no breath. So that is a way to explain a person who is not connected to their breath. If they're not connected to their breath, they're not connected to their life force. When you're not connected to your own life force, you are disconnected. So, how can you honor and greet the other individual if you cannot recognize that within yourself? So, by using that expression, aloha, you actually tune in to the presence of the breath and the life force within you. And you extend that in a loving, brotherly, sisterly way to the person in front of you as a greeting and an extension of that well wishing. Another beautiful expression, which brings us to the perfect opportunity of what this video is about, using our breath to bring ourselves present to stop moments of anxiety. When we are feeling anxious, when we are feeling worry thoughts, we're not present. Most often than not, about 98% of the time, we're not in a place of where our life is in immediate, dire life and death circumstances. Sometimes it is. Most of the times it's not. But where we are in our mind signals our body where we're at. By thinking, it tells our body what to feel. When we think about the past, things that we are shameful of, that have bothered us, that have been done to us, things that we have had experiences, trauma, part of us stays trapped in the past. And oftentimes we're also very fearful of our future. What's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Am I going to make it? Is that thing going to happen? And we project ourselves sometimes so far off into the future and we begin to worry about things that may never even come to pass. A good majority of our stress and our worry is on things that may never happen. When we bring ourselves to the present moment, we begin to understand that we, in this very moment, are okay. And if you find yourself in this present moment not okay, well, you're most likely not going to be watching this video and maybe can come back to it at a later time. Many of us do find ourselves in circumstances we do not wish to be in domestic violence situations or other circumstances that are not good for us. If this is indeed the case for you, ah, there is so much help and available to us. Crisis lines, crisis helplines, and many of them that we can seek out for that guidance and assistance if our circumstance is immediate danger. Please seek the help that you need. What I'm talking about is general feelings of anxiety. When we're going about our day and suddenly we're just feeling really anxious, what do we do about it? We need to bring ourselves present. You can see somebody when you walk into a room and they're not giving you any attention because they are not there. Their body's there, but they are not there. Where are they? The other question to ask is, when are they? Where and when are they? If their body is in front of you, but they are absolutely not present, are they distracted and engaged in their device? Or are they distracted and engaged in their mind by what they think, where they're at, past or future? Hmm. So we must have moments of quieting our mind, moments of bringing ourselves into the present, so that we can be able to utilize that which is available to us, which is an ability to bring ourselves into the present moment. When we're present, we can stop playing out those traumas that will quit replaying out in the future. When we bring ourselves present, we'll stop worrying about things that may never happen. When we bring ourselves present, we actually give ourselves the space and the ability to be. So, I'm going to teach just a really super simple technique right now. And there's many, many out there, but I want to have one that's super simple. And this is just called belly breathing. And it's called belly breathing because when we do it right, our belly actually extends out when you're on the inhale. And it'll actually contract and come inwards when you're exhaling. So belly breathing. Technically, it's called diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragm is the muscle that is beneath the lungs. This is the muscle that actually expands and contracts to help our lungs when we are experiencing moments of exertion. Oftentimes, when we are in states of stress, we are not breathing correctly. And we might think, well, what does breathing have to do with anything? Breathing has everything to do with it because our breath is our life force. Thank God that we do not have to think about our breathing. Thank God that we are creatures that are biological, neurological, fully functioning on their own without our need to constantly think about it. It is part of our autonomic system. It's the part of our system that operates without our having to think about it. Just like our digestion, our breathing, our blood circulates, our bodies are miracles that operates without us even needing to think about it. But we can help our bodies instead of hurting it when we are going through moments of stress. Our body does not know the difference of what is actually occurring in the real physical, tangible, hard surface way or in the imagined, what I'm thinking and feeling and remembering and creating as an image, imagination, imagery in my mind. My body does not know the difference. My body will respond equally. It'll respond by fearful thoughts and actually a fearful event. It's the same. So we have to be able to bring ourselves back to the present moment instead of being in those fearful states from the past, reliving out trauma experiences and being fearful of those traumas in the future. So we have to bring ourselves into the present moment to know that in this moment, I am okay. In this moment, in my presence, I can actually bring myself and give myself the gift of calmness. I can bring myself into this present moment where my true ability is to make choices that are of clarity, that are calm, that are filled with guidance and inspiration versus stress and fear. So, diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. When we are stressed, again, shallow breathing. When I tell people this technique for the first time, I'll say, okay, now take a deep breath. And the first thing that people tend to do is lift their shoulders, and they will actually further constrict. So the first thing is to relax the shoulders, relax them down, and try not to lift them. Is to place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And when you breathe out, and you exhale, you're going to feel your belly contract inwards. And when you inhale, you should be feeling your belly expand outwards. Belly breathing. So we're going to do this by breathing in to a count of 4 through our nose. Then we're going to hold our breath for a count of 4. And then exhale out of what's called pursed lips. Almost like you're giving a kiss or a little peck. So pursed lips. And the reason is that it slows down the exhale out of the mouth. So exhaling for a count of 4 and then holding your breath again for a count of 4. So I'm going to do this the best that I can. So let me demonstrate it first and then I'll count it afterwards. So the first thing is to inhale, okay? So relax first the shoulders and now the inhale. Okay, now let's do that one more time. This time I'm going to try to count it out loud. Super important that we learn this technique, okay? So again, hand on the chest, a hand on the belly, and inhale for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, and hold the breath for 4 seconds. Okay, here we go. So relaxing, taking a deep breath in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. And so that is diaphragmatic breathing. It's hard to speak through and do at the same time, but you understand the most important thing is relaxing the shoulders and breathing deeply so that you bring the breath all the way down into your belly. So belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, also known as 4x4 breathing. The most important thing is utilizing the breath of life. Our breath is what actually gives us our life force. When we stop breathing, what happens? I had to be intubated during my near-death experience. My lungs completely stopped. My heart stopped pumping. Those are the things that are automatically functioning within our bodies. And when we cross over, those are the things that cease to function. I cherish the ability to be able to breathe and to breathe with intention and to allow my blood to circulate. That is a function of our body. And so if we have nothing else to be thankful for in this moment, we may be thankful for our bodies, thankful for its function, that our bodies, no matter how much we beat up on it, no matter how much stress we put onto it, how much little rest we give it, little nutrition we provide it, We put our bodies through so much, but yet our bodies love us unconditionally, function as best as they can unconditionally. Our bodies are automatically available to us to give us life and flow when we are able to do it with intention, bringing our breath into our bodies, bringing our presence into the actual function of our breathing, we can bring our mind present. And then we can begin to tap into a sense of gratitude, a sense of appreciation for the simple act of breathing. A simple act of breathing can change your entire life. So may we begin to actually recognize the power of our breath, for it is truly that life force that is available to us. And when we use it with intention, with guidance, purpose, with focus, with our ability to tune into a sense of connection through our breath. And if you could do that with closing your eyes, bringing yourself present, releasing, and just allowing yourself presence, it will change your life. If you do this more often throughout the day, and somebody out there might say, my life is so stressful, and you think that that's going to help me, it does. It is these things that we must create time for, or our life will never get better. When we tell ourselves that we're going to work so hard now so that we could have time later, later never comes because the only time that we have is the present moment. That's why they call it a present. So we have to bring ourselves into this moment because that's where the gift is. And the gift is our bringing ourselves into that presence where we're actually here. May our minds actually be at the same time and the same place that our bodies are. Think about that. May my mind and my thoughts be in the same place as my body. And as I look around the room, may I actually be thinking about things in my present experience. And if my present experience is stressful in this moment, then I need to carve out time to be able to make it peaceful in the way that I see fit. And may you do that for yourself in whichever way you see fit. These moments will come to us, these moments of present, these moments of guidance, these moments of feeling connection come in these small places in the space of breath. So may we give ourselves that gift. And one way to help ourselves fall asleep at night, either when we're falling asleep, the little rest that we get, or if we wake up in the middle of the night and have a hard time falling back to sleep. I promise you that if you just focus on your breathing and think of nothing else other than your breathing, not only will it help you to relax your body, you'll be bringing breath and new freshness in, oxygen. And when we sleep, that is when our bodies heal. When our bodies are able to go into the rapid eye movement phase, REM state, our bodies are able to heal themselves better. And when we're able to do so from a calm place, from a place of relaxed breathing, from a place of our bodies being relaxed, if we're able to fall asleep without the stress thoughts and our to do lists, oh my God, it would do wonders for us. So I challenge you to practice this for yourself tonight. Just do 3 rounds of diaphragmatic belly breathing while you're lying down. If people have a hard time with bringing in breath all the way down into your belly and you find yourself breathing more shallow into your chest or lifting your shoulders, laying down and breathing in this way is one of the best ways because you can't lift your shoulders when you're lying down. So I challenge you to try it tonight when you're in bed. Put a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Count to 4. Thank you for just being willing to breathe with me tonight. I hope that you find this to be helpful. There are so many more techniques that are available to us. So tonight, breathe deeply. Allow your belly to expand. Allow that new freshness to come in. Bring yourself into the present moment. Let things go. Have that moment of release and relief and just relax. Breathe. Be present. Give yourself the gift of presence. So, aloha. May you have the presence of breath, the life force within you, and namaste. The light within me recognizes and honors deeply the light within you. Bienvenidos. Welcome. Buenas noches. Buenas noches, le de Dios. Good night. May God be with you. Bye bye.